Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Mendoza, and today we're going to talk a little bit about balancing tires. Now, why do we balance tires? Well, when they make a tire, what they try to do is they try to make it perfectly round, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So you may have a little bit more weight on one side than the other side. So how do we fix that problem? Well, you have to take the tire off, mount it on a tire balance machine, and balance the tire. Now, what we do is the machine will tell us to put weight on the opposite side of where we got weight, too much weight. So that's how we end up balancing tires. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So stay tuned while I show you how to balance a tire. Now, the machine that we're going to use to balance the tires is a Ranger Balancer DST30P. Now, before we balance the tire, we need to first remove the center cap, and we also need to remove all the weights that were on before. So we need to remove the weights and remove the center cap. Now, to remove the weights, okay, I got both pound on right here and stick on located right here. Okay, to remove the pound on, what you're going to do is you're going to use the weight hammer. Okay, the little pointy end, you got a point and a flat end right here. You're going to use this side to remove it, and you're going to put the point end in the little opening at the top of the wheel. You're going to put that pointy end, put the flat end on the bottom edge, squeeze, and then flip it off. The stick-on weights on the inside, you're going to use flat screwdriver and just remove these because these are all stick-on weights. Alright, now to remove the center cap, this one uses Allen wrenches. Remove the screws all out. On this side we have all the adapters to mount the tire onto the machine. Alright, first thing we need to do is find a cone that will either fit in the center here on this side, on the inside, or on the outside. If I take the first one, okay, that will work. It goes kind of deep inside on both sides. The second one down fits a little bit better, I would say. Alright, so I'm going to use this one. Whereas the next one down doesn't even fit in this. So there are two ways to mount it on there. First way is to put the cone on first. So first thing you do is make sure you have the spring in place. Cone goes in place right here. Tire goes up, okay? And the outside of the tire goes to the outside, facing away from the machine, okay? Now, this right here is the wing nut. This is the wing nut, okay? This has a quick release on here, all right? So when you squeeze that, you can actually slide past the threads. You have an adapter that is removable. So I'm gonna put this on. This is the one way of doing it. Spin it to make sure it doesn't wobble. And we're looking good there. So that's one way of doing it. All right, the other way of doing it is remove the spring, set that back on the back side. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the rim, set it on the machine first, take the cone, small end to the inside, slide that in. You're going to take the cone, or the nut, remove the adapter, slide this in place, and tighten it down that way. Now to turn the machine on, this machine There's a switch located right here. Flip the switch on, and it turns the whole machine on. Before we actually start balancing the tire, we need to tell the machine where the tire is compared to the machine. And the way we do that is with these three different things. You got distance, width, and diameter. The distance is how far the rim is from the machine. So I'm going to enter 9.5 over here. Now how am I going to do that? Well, I got a plus or minus on the distance, and I start pushing it up until I get to 9.5. Right now I'm at 9.5, so now I got the distance. The next one is the width, and that's the width of the rim. So I'm going to use this tool, it's a caliper, and I'm going to measure the width of the rim. Now the width of the rim, I'm going to measure it. I'm going to put it where the weight goes. One on this side, one on this side, and it measures 8 inches. So I'm going to punch in 8 inches for the width. So whereas the width is, I'm going to push plus 5.76267, 8 inches. Now the last thing I need to know is the diameter of the wheel. And diameter is usually on the size of the tire. All right, the last number on it is a P235-60R15. It is a 15-inch wheel. The last number is 15, so it is a 15-inch wheel. So I'm going to push plus until I get to 15, 14.5, 15. Now the machine is ready to be balanced. Now, the way we actually start balancing is to lower the hood. When I lower the hood, it will start spinning, stop spinning, and then give us the amount of weight and where to put it. Pull it down, starts turning. Now we got two readings here. We got an inner reading and an outer reading. Now the 0.5 is half an ounce. 0.5 is 0.5 an ounce, which is half an ounce. All right, and that goes on the inner. The inner is this part right here of the tire. On the outer it says 0.25, which is a quarter of an ounce, and that's going to be on the outside right here. Since I don't want any weight to show on the outside, I am going to put all the weight on the inside of the tire and still dynamically balance it. Now the machine can actually help us with this. Now if you take a look at this area right here, all right, the top one, it says SAT1. That means you put weight only in the very center inside of the tire, right in this area of the rim. SAT2 means you put it on the outside part of the wheel. Aluminum 1 means you put it on the inside, very inside, and the very outside. And aluminum 2 is on the inside of the rim and just inside of the rim itself, not on the very lip of the rim. So we can actually use the machine to do that. And the way you do that is the F button right here controls this right here. So I'm going to push this. This one is for stat 1, stat 2. I'm going to go with aluminum 1. And when you do that, it tells you half an ounce on the inside, and on the outer part, which means the center of the rim, I'm going to put a half an ounce. To properly balance the tire, you're going to need to turn the tire until all the lights below the numbers light up. So you turn the tire, when all of them light up, you're going to put the weight at the very top of the rim. to clean the inside, because we're going to use stick-ons. These right here are stick-on weights right here. We're going to use these on the inside. So it has to be really clean on the inside. So we're going to use a little bit of brake clean and rag. So I'm going to use the brake clean to spray. Lights lit up. I'm going to clean this area right here. And I have to get it really, really super clean. I'm going to take a ½ ounce. Okay, each one of these are a ¼ ounce. So that's a quarter and this is a half. So I'm going to cut this off. Just peel it apart. Peel the backing off. And with all the lights turned on, I'm going to put it on the very inside. Inside part, I'm going to use a pound-on weight, okay, which means you got to hit it on with a hammer. It uses a clamp on there, and it's going to grab a hold of this. Now I'm going to turn this until all the lights are turned on. Put it at the very, very top. Take a hammer and then hit it. Now, when all the both sides are zeroed out, that means the tire is balanced. All right, here we go. Asking for 2 ounces on the outer, so I got to clean it at 2 ounces here. Put it at the very top. Start cleaning that area. All right, each one of these sticks is 3 ounces. So you got 1 ounce, 2 ounce, almost 3 ounces on this one. And I'll pick 2 ounces here. Peel it. Inside at the top, take a ½ ounce, pound it on this side. Slide that down. There we go. And we're ready to put it back on the